Hello, beautiful beaters, and welcome back to the channel. It's so good to be here. Thanks for joining. I am working in Frosty Waterfalls, my January sparkle bag, and I have a couple of earrings I've come up with, and I wanted to share a little inspiration, hopefully with you all. Hopefully you find a little inspiration. We made that necklace the other day, right, guys? That I called like my D necklace, where we did that cool stringing at the bottom that kind of looked like a sideways D. And I wanted to make a really pretty pair of earrings with that palette. And so this is what I've come up with, and I thought I would share my little design. Super, super simple beading project. Just a standard teardrop shape there. So pretty though. I have used those triangle crystals that we have. I do have the check bell bead there and the cornflower. I thought that looked really cute. And then I've got some of the 4mm fire polish, and then the indigo with that AB finish 4mm bicones, and then a fire polish, and I just repeated that twice there. And I put 12 of the triangle crystals on either side, joined my wires together for a really pretty chuck bead there, and then finished that with the clamshell and hung it on an air wire. Super pretty though. Really like dangly, but I think they're just really, really pretty. I like the way that little bell check bead, it just kind of like hugs it down. I am loving these beads. So cute. I love that shape. Chuck makes those in so many colors. I've got quite a few of them myself. Love those. So let's get into it, friends. So I'm actually using monofilament, and it just gives that very, this very delicate, dangly feel. And so I'm using the monofilament here. You can use any beading wire, but I would recommend, because this is so light, right? Very, very light. There's just almost no weight to it because it's just the fire polish and some bicones and all those little baby crystals. I would recommend, if you're going to use some beading wire, probably a 0.01 5 to a 0.018 inch, but I would do a 49 strand, or they're probably not going to be very flexible and bendy. If you have, you could probably do this even with some Essilon cord or monofilament, which is what I'm using. Any of those will probably work. Monofilament is my choice today. And then I'm using a regular 2mm crimp bead and a clamshell and a standard ear wire. So I cut, friends, about 6 inches, maybe 7. Didn't want to run too short. Don't want to run myself too short. We don't need much here. Yeah, about 7 inches. I've got 7 inches of the monofilament here. And then I have 12 of the triangle crystals that I've got strung on here. And I've got that far. And now what I'm going to do is just so super simple, guys. These fire polish are so pretty. So I'm just using 3 on each earring, and 6 of the 4mm bicones on each earring, and then 1 of the check bell, and then 24 of the triangle crystals on each earring. So we just times that for 2 for a pair. And so I went the fire polish, and then I went with 3 of the bicones here. And then I did another fire polish. And then 3 of the bicones. A fire polish. And then the other 12 of the triangle crystals. And, even though they're clear, and even though this is clear monofilament, I'll tell you, these pick up really well with the beading wire monofilament. I'm really digging these triangle crystals, and I'm not really struggling to just fish them off the mat, even as tiny as they are. As you can see, I'm not really having any trouble. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, by the way, about this bag, and what have you guys been working on so far in your sparkle bags for Frosty Waterfalls here for January. Love to hear from you. As you know, I have posted what I've been working on. I think we've done a bracelet and a necklace. And now we're going to do a pair of earrings. I've got another one right in line next to those that we'll get to in for my fourth project. But at any rate, marrying up my ends there. So that's what I have for my pattern. And I'll push it together to show you. It's just really simple, super cute, but kind of sparkly nonetheless, right? So then I'm going to marry up the ends there of my mono, put them together, hold those strands together, and feed on that Chuck Bell bead in the cornflower whitewash, and then we'll pull them down. And there's really not even much finagling or adjusting you need to do. It's just really, really simple. And then, of course, I'm going to feed on a clamshell. And I'll put the belly going up. Feed both my wires right through. And I'm using a 304 stainless steel. But I think that's a 4mm clamshell there. And then a 2mm crimp bead. And let that guy drop on down. And now it's just a matter of getting in there with my chain nose, crimping that guy off, just making sure that bell bead is snug there. Make sure that my fire polish are across from each other. Okay, everything looks good there. I'm just holding that check bead there while I get this guy crimped in place. And he just needs a squeeze. If I can get it. Tight little space there. But I want to make sure I get that good because that monofilament is slippery. And I will do my tug test. And in order to do that, I will pull on my clamshell. He is not going anywhere. And while that's open, I will flush cut these pretty close. I usually go about halfway in the center point of my clamshell, kind of eyeball it there. So we make sure that those are hidden underneath that clamshell once I close it up. And then I'll just squeeze that together. And I am squeezing my clamshell. When I squeeze it together here, guys, I am going to help it along a little here. And then when I'm squeezing in here, I'm making sure that the loops on my clamshell, if you choose to do it this way, they are facing up and down here because we want this to be the front of our earring. So that's what I've got. And now we just pop an ear wire on. Super easy. I love doing teardrop earrings. I really do. Especially using any of the mono or the beading wire. It's really, really fun. They turn out so pretty. I like it just as much as I do with the, using the craft wire. Just so easy, very minimal. And there we go. I'll pull you up. And we're all done. Really super fun, easy project, guys. But so pretty, right? Oops, put you that way. So, so pretty. Pull you back down so you can see the close-up there. So pretty. I love, again, just the contrast with that crystal and that matte. Gosh, it pops and it works. I'm just loving that. I hope you guys enjoyed that really super easy pair of earrings and are inspired. And I hope you guys are working along in your sparkle bags and enjoying all those beautiful beads. And again, let me know in the comments what you guys are coming up with. And if you're enjoying the beads that came in that bag, I'd love to hear from you guys. So until the next one, friends, be blessed.